Number 10, network with financial savvy individuals. Surround yourself with friends or mentors who have a good grasp on personal finance and investment strategies. Their habits and insights can be a valuable resource. I think one of the most important pieces here is the 33% rule on the topic of money. Meaning, in the topic of money, will you talk to them about this concept? Do you have people that you measure with? Here's where I was last month. Here's where I am now. Here's what I'm doing and where I will be by next month. This is such a funky topic that so many people do not talk with their family about it. They don't talk to their friends about it. They don't talk to anybody about it. It's one of those don't bring it up topics. Like, keep it private. Don't tell anyone how you're really doing. It's hard to improve something that you're not regularly measuring and talking to someone about. So my belief is build a network of people who are all working on this, and ideally 33% of that group should be ahead of you so you can learn from them. What did they do to get there? 33% of that group should be at the exact same position as you, so you're trading what you're doing, what's working and what's not. And 33% of that group should be a step or two behind you so they can share with you what's working or what's not, and you can give them insight to how you navigated it so they can catch up and you have more peers at the same level as you. So my belief is build a peer group using that 33% rule so you have people to learn from, people to live and share with, and people to pay it forward and give to.
I love this so much because it also creates a beautiful environment where money isn't a dirty, bad thing that we can't talk about.
Yep.
And that's something that's so real for people, and it is really hard. But when you're around a group of people, good-hearted people that have similar values and want to do well financially, it's so liberating to be around those people and discuss freely about money and what they're doing with it, what they've learned, and sharing that. It's so cool. I forget sometimes that probably too often that that's not something you can just talk about with people. And for me, I've taken away the power that money has over me when it comes to shame or greed or anything, because I know my values. And for me personally, when it comes to values, the more we can create, the more we can give, the more we can grow, the more we can contribute. It has so many beautiful options and freedoms and ways that it can support life and humanity and this planet. And the list goes on. So it has no power over me because we want to make more or because we're talking about it that we're just money driven or money focused or greed. It's none of those things. I know so clearly that it's not. What's beautiful is if you get clear on your intention and what it can bring to you positively, and then surround yourself with people who also have big, beautiful hearts that want to learn and grow together and do well, all that stigma is gone, and you become just submersed in this beautiful group of people that want to rise together and do more, do better when it comes to their finances. It's super cool.
Yeah. I remember the first time we joined a group where they regularly and abundantly talked about how much money's coming in. So when we joined this group, they had rules. There's a difference between cash collected and sales made. And I was like, what does that mean? And they're like, you can't just write down how much you sold. I want you to tell me this month, how much cash did you collect? So if you sold $100,000 worth of stuff, but you only collected $25,000 worth of cash of that 100, you don't get to count 100. You get to count 25 this month. And I was like, rude. I sold 100. I want to count 100. They're like, doesn't work that way in this game. If you're in this crew, here's how we measure it so that everyone across the board can see how well you're actually doing. And I remember being like, that's rude. I want to count my whole number because it makes me feel better as a business owner. And I started laughing, and I started to hear my own ego or my own self-worth or my own inner person speaking up saying, hey, I want to be important. I want to feel like I'm doing good in life. And what's funny, though, is when we came to an agreement of what we will measure and how we will measure, nobody was judging each other. Everyone was just excited to see how they're doing. Everyone in the group had at least 4 or 5 people doing better than them where you're like, damn, how did they do so well? How did that guy pull in $2 million in cash this month? I want to know that. Everyone had someone in the room doing about the same as them. Hey, you made 100 grand in cash? Me too. Cool. How did you do it? Oh, here's how I did it. And then everyone had someone behind them. You're just getting started. You brought in 5 grand or 10 grand this month. Good for you. I remember when I was doing that. Here's a few things that might help. And I remember when I first joined a group like that, it was intimidating. So I was like, damn, I don't want to tell people my numbers. They're going to judge me. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. They were the most caring people. They made it so much fun to talk about it. I got so damn curious when I met 3 or 4 people who had more cash coming in per month than I did in the same type of business. So like, what the hell are you doing? Tell me your secrets. And then it was fun to help people who are just getting started and say, hey, try this. And then they came back and doubled their amount of cash collected. They're like, that was great. What else you got? And so we actually created one of these recently. We call it the Core 4 community. One of the topics we talk about is wealth building, and we actually talk numbers. We say, where are you? What is your non-working cash flow per month? How much money do you earn beyond your day-to-day job? So that one's considered your job. How much more money do you have coming in? Lots of people start at zero. They have great jobs, make great earnings from their job, but they don't have a lot of cash flow coming in from investments. You go, great. What's your first target? You want an extra $1,000 a month, 10 grand a month, 100 grand a month? What do you want as your first target you're going to aim for cash flow coming in from your investments? And then we start to get them into motion. And we say, okay, what are the vehicles? What are your options? Go talk to your fiduciary advisor. Go figure out what are the options you have. What's the next most important thing you're going to invest into? And we start making it a game and having fun. We do this around their relationship. We do this around their finances. We do this around their health. That way the numbers don't lie. We can show exactly how we're doing, and then we can make little adjustments to move the numbers how we want them to be. And you get the right support with people around you who are willing to have the conversation with you, willing to share with you, and willing to hold you accountable to do the work and actually get the results. So if you're interested in the Core 4, just send us a message that says Core 4. We'll send you the details. We'd love to have people who are willing to do the work come and join us. That is the number one factor we look for. If you are not willing to do the work, we will kick you out of the group. If you're willing to do the work, we will help you navigate it and figure it out over time.